Greetings everyone, it's the Mercenary. Hope you guys had an awesome weekend, and here are my mobile games that I think will keep you busy over the holiday season. Now for a quick disclaimer, I am not paid, promoted, or sponsored in any kind of way to advertise these games. These games are just purely by my choice and through self-discovery of what I enjoy playing in my pastime, as well as when I'm away from home. I hope you guys enjoy it too. So to start off, we have Hill Climb Racing, which is a game I've been playing ever since I owned an iPod Touch 4th gen, which goes all the way back to 2014, and this game has been through many updates, so therefore there is actually a lot more levels and a lot more vehicles, and there's a way to actually farm on a certain level that allows you to accumulate so many coin to help you get upgraded without having to spend real money currency to earn in-game currency. Alright, so in beginning out, you'll be starting out with a vehicle called the Jeep. Now, this will be a long grinding session, so there's actually two ways of getting by this fairly easy. The first step is, of course, by grinding it out by doing a lot of levels over and over and over, which is the country level, which you'll have to collect a lot of coin, and as well as gain as much airtime as possible, as both accumulates towards your golden coin currency. Now for the second step, you can watch a 30-second ad video which will grant you 15,000 coin per every ad video, which will help you gain a tremendous boost and hopefully earning the levels and vehicles you need. And when doing so, I recommend unlocking the dirt bike, and when you can, unlock the level called Moon. Now this level is actually called Moon, and once you achieve it, you'll notice that you gain an insane amount of airtime because of how low the gravity is, and doing so, this is how you're able to accumulate so much coin in very little timing. Now of course, if you do tend to return to this game quite frequently, I strongly recommend you guys turn on the iCloud save storage, so that way whenever you have to delete this game or transfer it to another device, your progress is all saved on the iCloud. Otherwise, your grind will seem like it was for nothing and you'll have to start over again, which to me can be a big pain, so just remember to do so. Friendly reminder. Now coming up on our next game, we have Space Frontier 2. Now there is a predecessor to this one, but the reason why I'm recommending this one more is because there's actually more to do on here, as number 2 is what number 1 should have been in the first place, so therefore I'm kind of just making it number 2 that I would recommend because of all the areas you get to explore. And per each one that you have to explore, you have to fill the spaceship full with space people, and then you take off in the game to other planets, and you'll see that little spinny circle thing here. You gotta time it perfectly. Now if you do it too late, you'll explode. If you do it too soon, you won't jettison off in time to increase your score, therefore you won't be able to reach a far enough planet to dump the people off. But of course the main objective here is to get each discovery here up to 1,000 people per solar system discovery, and when doing so, you'll be able to unlock enough currency to explore other parts of the worlds in the Milky Way galaxy, or whatever galaxy this is actually set in. Now for the next game on our list, we have the game called Dune. This game is pretty straightforward, and I haven't really spent as much time with it recently, but it's definitely worth a mention. This game is as intuitive as pretty much depressing and holding the screen to land as smoothly in the grooves as possible, but not as much time as spending in the air as one might think. You just gotta basically smooth land as much as possible, and that's when your score will skyrocket. Unfortunately, I can't really recommend watching ads on this game, as there isn't really much to gain from it apart from what you gain already do from by just playing the game. So therefore, for the best experience and optimal settings as possible, I would recommend turning the Wi-Fi feature off your mobile device while playing this game, so therefore it doesn't seem as laggy or as bogged down as if you were to have it enabled. Now for the next game, is called Helix Jump, which is a tall spire structure which you basically gotta spin to get on each into these platforms, mind you avoiding the other structures here which will make you fail right on the spot, but if you get through, then you'll make it onto the next level. Now the objective here is to accumulate as much score per spire in every level as much as possible before you mess up. Now of course there's those green little downwards markers that enable you to burst through multiple different platforms simultaneously. Then you'll get these levels right here, which will be like a free fall event, which obviously will allow you to gain a huge boost and will allow you to accumulate your score more so than just doing it in a single session. Call this like a bonus round. Now like the other game, this one's called Stackball. It's very much like Helix Jump. The objective is still the same, and upon doing so, if you manage to fill in that white bar meter, you'll be granted a 10-second momentum to burst through all of it, and timed right, you will be able to actually get through all of this courses flawlessly. and the objective is still the same: obtain as much high score as you can before crashing, and if not, well, then you get reset. Of course, there is no gainage from the ads microtransaction wise, apart from supporting the developer. If you're all in it for that, more power to you, but if you wish for the best optimal gaming experience possible, be sure to disable your Wi-Fi feature on your mobile device. Now for the next game on our list, we have Geometry Dash. This game is pretty awesome for testing your motory sensory skills as well as your reaction time based upon how you overcome your obstacles. Now of course there's a lot of them in here, and the difficulty goes from easy to super hard based upon what level you do. Each level has its own corresponding difficulty to it, so therefore you'll be tested through each and one individually based upon how well you're able to get through the level. The game does have an awesome soundtrack behind it, and also offers an official soundtrack offered in the in-game store, or you can look it up on YouTube should you just want to listen to the music yourself. Either way, it's quite peaceful and I highly recommend it. For our next game, we have Castle Wreck. I've come into this game recently, and it was actually advertised through one of the other games I was playing. I wasn't quite convinced in playing it, but after I gave it a try a few levels myself, I was actually quite hooked on it. The objective and purpose of the game is to destroy and cause destruction upon these castles as much as possible by aiming for the TNT bombs you see on screen. This game is quite graphically demanding and will cause your phone to heat up, so use it and also make sure to have your device plugged in when doing so. And now for the next game on our list, we have Archery Kingdom. I came across this game through Castle Wreck, and it's quite recent. I've been enjoying it quite a lot recently, and I like the ability to test out my precision aiming and skills as well as the timing. Of course, it requires a very tuned mind as well as trying to focus in on the objective, but nonetheless you still progress and earn and unlock different bows as well as progress through different levels. I find it to be worth my time, and I hope you guys will find it worth yours too. Now as we boil down to our last few games here, the next one is a zombie gunship. I know there's another version of this game which involves just flying a Pier helicopter or maybe an AC-130. Either way, this is the version I prefer the most. Now this game has 3 different weapons you can fire from, and each one of them you can upgrade to fire faster, reload faster, and have more of an explosion radius, as well as having more of an effect on the turret gunner. I've been actually playing this game for quite a while now, but unfortunately I haven't been playing recently just because of all the other games I'm occupied with, but it's still worth giving it a go for yourself should you ever need a game to switch off to. Last but not least, our guilty pleasure is Call of Duty Mobile. This game itself is free to play and cannot be played without Wi-Fi, therefore it's not recommended you turn off your Wi-Fi feature on your mobile. I also recommend playing with gamepad should you find the on-screen controls not sufficient or adequate enough for your online gaming experience. This game is unfortunately spammed and riddled with microtransactions, which obviously you can pay to get ahead by adding classes and unlocking attachments. Or of course there's a long way going around, which is leveling up naturally, and unfortunately you won't get all the good stuff up until like level 30 and above, which will grant you more access to weapon classes, slots, as well as perks, specialist weapons, specialists themselves, and other in-game items which I have not quite discovered yet. All of this which is access in level 30 and above, or again you can just pay to win, because you know that's the other business model that they go by too. Well, that about wraps it up for now, folks. Hope you guys did enjoy my random selection, and if you guys have any favorites of your own that you wish to have be brought up in a future video, be sure to leave them in the suggested in the comment section down below, as well as Merry Christmas to everyone, and hope you guys get everything you wish for, and that will do for now. So hope you guys did enjoy today's video, and as per usual, be sure to leave a like or dislike, whichever feel today's video deserved, and get yourself subscribed with the bell icon so you won't miss it on any future uploads.